Hi, I'm Sonia and welcome to my disaster of a channel. So today I'm super excited to be filming because I finally have my Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star Cosmetics Conspiracy palette. This palette retails for $52, and in case you don't know, I'm sure you do, you wouldn't have clicked on this video if you didn't know otherwise, but Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star have been collaborating on a huge series basically going into how makeup production works. I've been following the series. I think it's super cool, very interesting. I've always been really into makeup, and I love Shane Dawson, and I like Jeffree Star, and I love his makeup, so I was very excited. This palette retails for $52. It's pretty sure it's sold out everywhere, but I'm also pretty sure that it is a permanent item and you will be able to get it when it comes back in stock. I ordered mine from Beauty Bay because I, just like everyone else, couldn't get the Jeffree Star Cosmetics website to work in my favor on launch date, which was November 1st. So on that day I ordered my palette from Beauty Bay, which is a UK-based website and also a Jeffree Star Cosmetics retailer. So I ordered it on November 1st. I got it yesterday, November 9th. It took just over a week to get to me, and I don't mind because it's here. So this is definitely a collector's piece. It, you know, the retail price is a little up there, but you are getting, you know, a very cool layout, a very unique color story, and definitely a collector's piece in my opinion. So I created this look that I'm wearing today using this, and I'm creating another look as well that should be in this video. 2 looks, 1 palette. This look was super easy to do. I used 3 colors, a little bit of glitter, and I have my little piggy ears on. So if you like what is happening on my face right now, just keep on watching. Alright, so I've zoomed you guys in so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. I'm sick. I have a stuffy nose, so if my eyes and nose are red, mind your business. And I already primed my eyelids using the P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 0.5. It's currently 12 in the afternoon. Drinking wine and coffee. So the first thing I want to do now that my base is dried down and not as freshly tacky is gonna go into the shade Cheese Dust, which is this orange with a super cute pig imprinted in it. How cute is that? So I'm gonna take Cheese Dust all over my crease. So I'm just pushing the eyeshadow into my crease now, and I'm going to blend it afterwards because I want the most amount of pigment in there. And I must say, dipping my brush into this pan with the piggy on it really breaks my heart. I want to keep it like that forever. And the brush I'm using to do this is the Coastal Scents BR250 brush, which is essentially a Morphe M433. Okay, now that I have that packed on and looking crazy, I'm just going to take a Morphe M573 brush and I'm going to blend out the edges. Okay, now that I have that blended out about where I want it, I know it looks really uneven, but my face is really uneven. I'm going to go back into Cheese Dust and just pack in a little bit more, just because I, you know, blended away a lot of the intensity. So I only packed it on to like the lower parts because I didn't want all of the blending to go away, and now I'm just gonna kind of, just a little bit, so I don't look too crazy. So now going in with a Morphe E17 brush, I'm going to dip into the shade Flaming Hot, which had a little bit of kickback. So did Cheese Dust, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna take that and start putting it in my outer V. It's a really, really pretty color. And I'm slowly gonna start putting it into the crease, but just slightly lower than Cheese Dust. So now I'm taking the excess shadow off on a color switch type thing to make sure all of the extra shadow is off, and I'm gonna start blending that in with Cheese Dust. So now that I have my crease and outer V looking how I kind of want them to look, I'm gonna go in with a little mini fan brush and highlight my brow bone using the shade Just a Theory. And now that I'm highlighted, I'm gonna cut my crease and be right back. So I cut the crease halfway using the P. Louise base and a little Real Techniques brush. And it kind of mixed together with both of those colors, if you can tell. But whatever. So I'm just gonna take a regular packing brush and I'm gonna go into the shade that, you know, it's everyone's big thing, food videos. And I'm gonna pack that into my inner corner. And I've been seeing online a lot that this doesn't show up as bright. Yeah. You can see. It doesn't show up as neon once it hits like a wet concealer. So I'm gonna have to play around with this color more to see what I can do to get it as intense as possible. Because this is definitely, you know, in the palette, on pan, it's my favorite color in the palette. And if I could get that color to work on my eyes, it would be over. I would wear it every day. A lot of kickback. So I don't know if you can tell, but I think on this, I might be crazy, but I think on this eye it did come out a little bit more intense than on this eye. So maybe waiting a little bit longer for your base to get less sticky might be the key, but it still did you know, get a little darker around the edges where it did touch the concealer. So next, using a another synthetic packing brush, I am going to be going back into the shade Cheese Dust. Now using a Morphe M506 brush, I'm gonna go back into food videos and kind of just dust that over Cheese Dust and blend them together. Back with the E17 that we used for Flaming Hot, I'm gonna go back into that same color, Flaming Hot, and just pack it back on into this crease over here. And I think that's it for the lid. I've been cleaning up a lot of the fallout that has come with it throughout the way. There has been quite a lot, but that's, you know, to be expected with, you know, pigments. So now that I'm done with how I want my lid to look, I'm gonna go into a red glitter liner. This is just a random one from Amazon. It doesn't have a brand on it or anything. And I'm gonna line where I cut my crease. Okay, so I put the glitter on and I'm gonna go put on my lashes off camera and I'll be right back. You guys, so I added my lashes. These are the Cocoa lashes in the style Amour. And for my lips, I used a combination of Jeffree Star Posh Spice and Celebrity Sin. So this is a pretty simple look. I did just using 3 colors in the entire palette. I hope you liked this one and I hope you enjoy the next one. Alright guys, we're back for look number 2. It's been about 6 months since I filmed the beginning of this video. So yeah, I suck. So I figured that since we did such a bold and colorful look for the last look, that I would try to do a more neutral everyday look, kind of using like this first row. I really wanted to do a look like with this red and green color, but I just feel like we should be a little calmer today. So yeah, so we're gonna go neutral. And also, to keep this video a little shorter, I'm just gonna do one eye and then like one eye on camera, one eye off camera, and then I'll throw on my lashes and all that jazz to finish it all up. So the first color that I'm gonna go into is this one right here. It's called Tanacon. It's a very pale nude. I'm just gonna transition that into my crease. And yeah, I'm going to be using the Morphe JH32 brush. So I'm putting this color into the crease, but I'm also kind of brushing it out into like a wing and a V, and I'm kind of dragging it down onto my lower lash line. I'm also bringing it up, almost up to the brow bone, but keeping the main color down into the middle. So next I'm gonna go into Diet Root Beer, which is the shade right next to it, and I'm just gonna use the same brush and I'm gonna just go over it but a little bit lower. And I'm gonna clean off the brush a little bit on my color switch, and I'm gonna go back into Tanacon and kind of just blend those two shades together. So that's about like the darkest like nude matte that there is in the palette. So I'm gonna be going into the shade Spiraling right here, and I know it's a shimmer, but I'm gonna put it on my outer crease anyway using an M433 brush, and I'm gonna try to finish up the outer corner. So I got a little bit of fallout on there and I tried to wipe it away, but of course, because I have my foundation on, it didn't wipe away completely, so now it kind of looks like I have a black eye. So let's just ignore that. But yeah, so I'm using an M433 brush to kind of push that lightly into the lid so that it doesn't come off too metallic. And I think lastly, well not lastly, but now I'm going to take the shade Diet Cola, which is the silver. No, it's not going to want to focus, of course not. The silver, and I'm going to just put it onto my inner lid, just using my finger. And I'm not being really precise with it, but you know, you get the gist. Alright, so I caught up my other eye. So now actually finally I'm gonna go into the shade My Rides here. It's just this black last shade, and I'm gonna go in with a eyebrow brush, and I'm just gonna kind of line above my lashes and give a little flick. Can you even see that? Is that even worth it? I mean, in person you can see it. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Little wing. Little baby. Alright. I know this looks really basic, but I felt like after watching or seeing that look that I did before this, it was just a little too much. Even though I really do like the colors in this and I want to play more with it. So obviously leave a thumbs up and a comment if you want to see me do that maroon and green look. But right now I'm going to hop off camera. I'm going to do my lashes, my mascara, and my lipstick, and we'll see the final look. Alright, you guys. So this is the final look. I slapped on my House of Lashes lashes in the style Iconic Light. On my lips I have a Morphe Sweet Tea liner, MAC The Right Note lipstick, and the Max Factor lip gloss in the shade Pristine Nude. So yeah, this is my very soft everyday look that you can use or do very quickly and very easily before going to school, before going to work, before doing whatever. I think it even looks good for a night out. Yeah, girl, you do you. So yeah, so let me know if you want to see me using those other colors from the palette. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you try out one of my looks, I'd love to see it. And if you could tag me on my Instagram or something, Makeup by Sonia X. And yeah, follow me there, follow me on TikTok, and yeah. Mwah.